I'm the Bentist, the internet's dentist, and these are the craziest dental videos you guys tagged me in this week. Let's start reacting. All right, you guys tagged me secured for flared teeth. Oh, I know exactly where this is going.
How was that?
It's okay.
It's okay.
it's just a little scary.
It is very scary because you have a literal buzzsaw coming straight for your face and you think that something bad's gonna happen. And the fun fact is, like you saw there's not really reaction because you're not really that sensitive. Let's finish out the video though, see if they keep doing it. So yeah, what you're seeing here is basically an IPR, or interproximal reduction disc. And so basically, we go in between to create spaces. Now, the reason why we create those spaces is because of what you see at the top there, a cured for flared teeth. You can see that she's slightly flared out. And this happens because when you have crowded teeth, when we unravel them and straighten them out, if they're crowded, they will unravel and they will flare outwards. And obviously, people don't like this. Some people have a ton, some people have a little bit. And so what we do is we go in and we create those little gaps, which are now gaps. And then when we close those gaps up, you see how that closes down that flaring. And so that is actually the way that we get rid of that flaring. So even though this seems scary, it's not as scary as it seems. Let's go ahead and see the comments. Someone says, no thanks, I like my flared teeth. And while even though, I mean, there's not terribly too big of a deal about having a little bit of flaring in your teeth, it's not the end of the world there. We don't want them too flared because if you flare the teeth too much, it goes out of the bone and it causes gum resorption. So if you do have flared teeth and your dentist wants to fix it, I would highly recommend fixing it. Someone else said, so scary when it gets close to the gums. And that's actually true. I mean, and sometimes you can't really do anything about it and it does cut in between the gum papilla. But luckily for you guys, it doesn't really hurt either and that will heal back up super quickly. So if you do need to get IPR, don't worry, your dentist will take care of you and it doesn't really hurt that bad at all. You'll be just fine. Thank you to the girl who told me this. Now I can save money. Oh! First off, if you're trying to save money, I wouldn't get whitening strips that are scams and don't work. The purple ones, the green ones, all those, they don't work. You need hydrogen peroxide whitening strips. And the second thing is, man, I wish somebody would have thought about that before. Cutting things in half to get saving space. Oh wait, I did. That's exactly why we created our LumiSmart here. You can actually see the little edges there. Let's test it out in person. You see, I had this idea when I was making these whitening strips. I was like, why don't we make these adjustable? So one, they can go on the front of the teeth only, reducing the sensitivity of the strip by 60–70%. Also allows us to increase the strength of it by double, but also for the people that have or want to use more of it, they can split it right down the middle and have double the amount of whitening strips for free, just because. So all you do is open this guy up and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So you can actually see the little perforations in there, and those are the different sizes in case you have larger or smaller teeth. And then you just take it from there and you go ahead and pull and peel it right off. And then from there, you literally just take your strip, put it on there, pop it on, and I'll wear it for the rest of the video. You won't even know it's on there because it's that good. And yes, like I said, it's already built in to peel directly down the middle there. And you can just put the rest in the back and then use it for later and have double the amount of whitening strips. So step one is to actually get a whitening strip that works instead of a scammy one. And two, like I said, ours is already built in. I think ours are the best whitening strips on the market, but who knows? You can get whatever you want and cut them in half too if you want to. Let's go ahead and check out the comments. People are finally understanding. Someone said, that's a lot of videos about whitening strips. And what they're talking about is this girl is basically just kind of scamming, selling these purple whitening strips that don't work by lying and, you know, all this type of stuff. Unfortunately, now we have a lot of creators that are selling things by lying about the product and saying it does all these magical things when it doesn't. Well, that's why I created something nice, obviously, because I'm a dentist and you can trust me because you've been following me for 6 years and everything I'm telling you is true. But yes, if you ever wonder, is this real deal or is this fake? Go ahead and look at their account, and if it's all about the same whitening strip they're trying to sell, then you know it's a scam. Someone says, me crying with braces. Listen, I've still got this racket on after 3 years. I finally found a way to whiten it. I'm gonna have to make a video about it later, but yes, I understand your pain. Just get your braces off and then whiten after your braces. Someone said purple plus yellow equals white, and we've already debunked this thousands of times. No, it does not work. Even in color theory, yes, potentially, but it's not the same for your teeth. It does not work. We've tested all the purple products on this channel and they all fail. But if you want a whitening strip that actually works, that has all this stuff built in, that uses hydrogen peroxide, that's the only thing that I would choose. Hydrogen or carbamide peroxide if you find one from the, and you can get these from the Dollar Tree, but if you want one that's tested, trusted, and has all the cool features in there like the Smart Adjust and all that, go ahead and get LumiSmart by my company. Something nice right above my head. And beware of the scams.
I was just eating some blueberries for breakfast and I think I just found a cavity in my mouth.
All right, let's see if this is really a cavity or not.
I was
Ooh,
like,
that's not looking good.
Spot? Did a blueberry just help me find a cavity that I couldn't even see? Let's see if I can like pick it out. This is
Okay, get a skewer. It's a good test. If you guys don't know, we actually poke with the Explorer to see if there's a cavity in your mouth, because it will be sticky and stick if it's a cavity, and it will be hard if it's not.
A bit of blueberry that's coming
Okay,
out.
so she's getting the blueberry out. Now, another thing that I look at when I'm looking at these people is, are their teeth fairly clean? Do you see cavities elsewhere? Do you see big, gum resorption, puffy gums, things like that? And it looks like her teeth are pretty clean.
Finer tip,
Yep.
albeit more dangerous.
Okay, she got it out. The blueberry seed is now out. Ah, I think I know exactly what that is.
I'm like 99% sure that's a cavity. Dentist, please weigh in.
All right. Well, luckily I am the dentist and I am here to weigh in. Now, do I think she should go to a dentist and have somebody look at this? Of course. But do I think it's a cavity? Actually, no, interestingly enough. I think this is what we call a wear facet. This is interesting because one, her teeth are pretty clean, okay? Two, I'm looking at the back of her teeth and you can kind of see if you zoom in and look at her teeth up close when she's poking into it, they're fairly flat, which means that she is probably grinding at night. She's clenching and she is grinding her teeth. And so what happens is, if you're naturally hitting the two structure together and you're jamming it and grinding it over and over again, those enamel crystals will weaken and they will form a little wear facet, which is basically a pothole in your teeth. Now this can be caused by the wear, like I said, of hitting. It can also be caused by acid erosion. So as you get older and you get GERD or anything like that, or even if you're bulimic or if you're pregnant and you're having morning sickness, that acid can wear away the enamel as well. And a lot of what we see in acid erosion is a bunch of those same little holes exactly in the center of the cusp tips, just like you see where she's poking out that blueberry seed. So is this a cavity? How would you tell? Well, she would go to a dental office. They would use something similar to that little needle there, where they would use a scaler and they would press down in there. If they pull up and it sticks and it goes and it sticks, that means there's active decay there. But if they hit and it's hard and there's no sticking, then that means it's probably just that wear facet. Now, what can you do about this? Well, you would fill it with some composite potentially, but more than likely, if it's acid erosion, it'll just wear down even more and break out, or even if she bites on it, it'll break out too. So there's not really much you can do for these, but luckily for her, it's more than likely not a cavity. Now, do I think she should still go to a dentist and get it checked out? Of course. Let's see what they said in the comments. Ooh, somebody got it. They said definitely not a cavity. It's an erosion pit. I've never heard of it called an erosion pit, but I'm assuming that's from the GERD, the gastrointestinal, the acid erosion. And somebody else said cavity here. That's a dentist. Wait, what? Okay, they're just messing. They're trolling me. Hi, I'm a hygienist, and you clearly have a hole in your tooth that a blueberry got stuck in. Doesn't mean it's a cavity. It could just be a wear spot or a hole formed by acid if you suffer acid reflux or drink energy drinks. Regardless, go see a dentist. Dude, everybody's so smart online these days. That's so cool to see. Somebody even got closer, said it's a wear faucet. No, well, it's not a faucet. Like, we're not leaking stuff out of it. But I think we're all getting smarter. Luckily, hopefully, after my 6 years of teaching you guys, we're all learning so much. Maybe we're all secretly becoming dentists and we don't even know it. That's super cool, though. So, no, lucky for her, probably not a cavity. But regardless, now you know at least. All right, you guys tagged me in this, and oh my goodness gracious. That is pretty gnarly. And it's not only that, but it's getting all up in. Man, he's got split lips. He's got, not only are the brackets impressed in there, but then the rubber bands as well. This is pretty gnarly, and this can be pretty painful. Now, there's a couple things that could be going on here. One, he could be sleeping on his face and his stomach, and he's pressing into there very hard, and he's getting there. But if you notice the different colors of his gum tissue, he's got the irregular, and then he's got this kind of whitish color around all this stuff. Now, depending on what's going on, he could even have like an allergic reaction or something to this stuff. You can have nickel allergies if you don't know. Normally those are kind of, you can get some other colors like red and things like that in there too, but who knows, he could be having an allergic reaction to either the elastic stuff, which is latex, or nickel. Those are the two allergies that we see in braces. But either way, One, if it continues for a long time, we know that that's an allergy, and unfortunately he's probably gonna have to go into Invisalign or something. But if it goes away, luckily normally it does go away because your gum tissues and your lip tissues and all that, it ends up getting stronger and thicker over time and starts protecting itself, and this doesn't become a problem anymore. But let's go ahead and see what the comments have to say. I know it's gonna be interesting in here for sure. Someone said, my braces never did that, and that's because it doesn't normally happen unless you're just really pressing on it or having some issues there. Oh, somebody said, are you sleeping braces face down? My braces don't do that, and that's actually one of the things we talk about is, you know, if it's pressing right in there. Somebody has a picture of the wax too, which is also really good because those wax or comfort covers really can help you out in these situations, and they can kind of protect your teeth from that area. 250,000 people liked the freaking picture of the salt. That would be gnarly. I can even imagine putting like some salt or lemon juice on that thing. Luckily for you guys though, braces don't normally do this, and if they do, it's a small bit that you get over rather quickly. Now, if you're seeing a massive change in your gum tissue and all this stuff is happening and you're having pain in your entire mouth like that, you very well could be allergic to nickel or latex. So make sure you let your orthodontist know. We have non-latex rubber bands, and we do have some options to get rid of that nickel in the form of a liner treatment. So now you know.
I need something cheap
Okay.
and quick, even when it comes to personal hygiene. My teeth went up 3 shades lighter in the past 2 weeks when I just started doing this. So if you have one of these, throw them away. We're not spending money.
Okay, so first, before we even get started, normally when I hear anybody say like, oh, I jumped up all these shades in this little a time, you know, without whitening strips, it's normally not a good thing, or they're just lying. So let's go ahead and see what we've got here.
Now, if you don't have toothpaste, please comment below. I will send help. Literally, when it comes to personal hygiene, I'm the queen. Just brush your teeth.
Okay.
Leave the toothpaste on for 3 minutes. Just leave it on. And after you spat, don't gargle with water. You know that for 25 years. Just figured it out.
The fun fact is I didn't know it. I didn't actually know that until I got into dental school. And the reason is like they were like, well, would you put sunscreen on to go outside and then immediately take a shower before you went outside? No, you wouldn't, because it would wash off all the sunscreen. So it's the same reason behind the toothpaste. If you keep it on, then you obviously spit it out. You don't rinse it out because you want it to protect your teeth while it's on there. Now, do you have to leave it on there for 2-3 minutes? No. And also, does it whiten? No, it's not gonna whiten either. So none of these things are whitening your teeth yet. Now, you are gonna scrub and remove some light surface stain, but nothing internally like a tooth whitening.
Just figured it out. Dip slightly.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with baking
Like
soda.
so. Rub your teeth with it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna leave it on for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at it. Just look at it. Best personal hygiene hack ever. Just use a little bit. Don't bite yourself, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was waiting for her to do that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with baking soda. It's not gonna whiten your teeth. It's not gonna whiten your teeth 3 shades or anything like that. Really, the thing that you need to whiten your teeth is hydrogen or carbamide peroxide. So, I mean, if she mixed hydrogen peroxide with baking soda in a little slurry and then put it on her teeth and left it for 5 minutes, that would actually probably whiten her teeth. Now, do I hate baking soda? No, not at all. I actually think it's a great additive, and it lowers your pH in your mouth, and it causes all this good stuff to happen and kind of foams nicely, and it does kind of taste kind of weird. They even have baking soda toothpastes as well, but is it going to whiten up your teeth and get rid of the need for a whitening strip? No, it's not. It's an okay tip, but it's nothing special that I've seen other than just taking care of your teeth. Let's go see what the comments had to say. Someone said, sis, try a miswak after you brush. You'll be stunned with the results. And I mean, a miswak is just another form of a toothbrush. It's not gonna do anything more other than just brushing your teeth a little bit more. So still not gonna whiten. Someone said, baking soda eats away your teeth enamel. Not true. Back in the day, we used to think it was highly abrasive, which was bad for your teeth, like a charcoal toothpaste is. And actually, they found out that the relative dent and abrasion limits, which is how much it abrades the teeth, actually are really, really low. So actually, baking soda, there's not a problem at all. You can use it as much as you want. Then someone else said coconut oil is far more effective and healthier. Baking soda will quite literally ruin your teeth. Unfortunately, in this comment section, nobody knows what the heck they're talking about, because coconut oil doesn't do anything either, and baking soda does not ruin your teeth. So yeah, guys, coconut oil, baking soda, like all these, like these purple whitening strips, the green whitening strips, these things do not whiten your teeth. They are all marketing scams to get you to buy things, okay? You need hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide. Those are the only two that I will allow you to use to whiten your teeth, because they're the only things that actually do whiten your teeth. Okay, it's not that hard. And it doesn't matter if you buy them from us or if you get them from the Dollar Tree. It does not matter as long as they have hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide, okay? Anything other than that, I have yet to find one thing that whitens your teeth actually, other than just scams and lying. Hope that helps. All right. Oh my gosh, that was loud. Oh my gosh, what the heck, bro? Dude, go back to the beginning on that one. That was loud, holy moly. Oh, what was the point? Go race to grab the dookie ball on the plate first? Like, that's not even a fun game. So this is a really serious thing because actually, fun fact, the #1 cause of broken teeth is the 2 front teeth from normally an incident as a kid falling forward and hitting your face. Whether it normally is from learning how to ride a bike or skating or something, they fall and they crash over the handlebars and they smack their 2 front teeth. And no, almost always it's men or boys over girls. So it's very rare that you see girls get hit like this. A lot of times if it's girls, it's cheerleading, someone's kneeing them in the face or something like that. But that was nasty and that sounded like it hurt bad. And if you look there, she kind of cracked all these front teeth. It was actually a pretty normal thing to see when we see a broken teeth there. Now, unfortunately, there's a couple things that are going to happen here. One, if you can find the little pieces of your teeth and they're big, if it gets cracked in half or something like that, save those. We can actually use those to mold and make your teeth look more like they did when they very first were there. Now, another thing is that there was trauma to the tooth. She hit it really hard. So even if you hit your tooth really hard, so a lot of people out there have gotten kicked in the face or hit with a ball or something like that, and nothing breaks at all, you can still have the second thing happen where your tooth internally dies. Now, this doesn't happen immediately. It could be like 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road. All of a sudden, one of your teeth are just gonna turn darker and they're gonna turn gray. And what that is your teeth internally resorbing or just dying from the inside. It's pretty crazy. And so if you get hit like this really hard, even if you fix the tooth and get it all fixed up, it still could turn gray later in life. And like I was saying, even if you didn't have any damage to your teeth at all and you just get hit really hard, they can turn gray. And that happens. So if you ever see somebody with a gray tooth, you know automatically, like, hey, what happened when you were younger? Did you get hit? Did someone punch you in the face? Did you get hit with an elbow in basketball? Like, what happened? Let's see what the comments say. Dude, that was so mean. Once I heard the crack sound, I was like, oh, you can probably even put up my face here. Probably put them side by side. I bet you they look pretty similar. This is genuinely my worst fear. And actually, people do have fears of breaking their teeth, and people have dreams of their teeth falling out too. That's a really common thing that we see. The dog, the sound, dude. That's what I was on. Like her teeth, like hitting right on the, it's like nails on a chalkboard. That's crazy. I heard the crack. Yeah, I think this is a good enough warning for everybody to know, like, maybe just don't go anywhere that you could be slamming your face down. And definitely don't do any games with your arms tied behind your back, because then there's no physical way to stop your face from planting into the ground. But you know, the more you know, and maybe she sacrificed her teeth for all of us. Wait, you have a dentist appointment. Wait, what? Is he brushing his teeth with steel wool? How is that not cutting up his entire mouth right now? Oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay, don't do this. I think I should probably disclaimer that at the beginning. What is he using? Soap? Is he using toothpaste? I'm so confusion right now. Okay, obviously, no, I do not recommend using steel wool or whatever this is to brush your mouth with. One, you're gonna cut yourself up, you're gonna cut your gums up, you're probably gonna cut your lips up really badly. And this is very highly abrasive. So if you want to rub off your tooth enamel, this is a great thing to do if you want to damage your teeth. And the fun thing is too, is this doesn't really help at all. You see, you get plaque on your teeth. That's the little soft gunk. You have 24 to 48 hours to brush that thing off before it turns hard into calculus, okay? Once it's calculus, you can't brush it off, even with steel wool like this. You have to have an instrument like a scaler or something to literally go in and pop it off the side of your tooth. You cannot brush it off or floss it off. And so if you don't brush your teeth, and then the day before your dentist appointment, you go crazy and you do everything possible to brush your teeth 10,000 times that day, you're not doing anything, because you're gonna come into the dental thing, we're gonna still check your gum pockets, they're still gonna be deep, and we're still gonna check and find your calculus everywhere. And that is all we look at to know whether you had brushed your teeth and done a good job or not. Those two things. So don't just go ahead and damage your teeth trying to get us, because it doesn't work. It does not work. Let's go ahead and see what the comments have to say. Oh my gosh, the baby picture. It's like, ugh. I was trying to figure out what that is. The pink stuff, there's a miracle clean. It's like, yeah, it's like he's using like industrial cleaning devices on his teeth over here. Dude, exactly. I like that one. Call 911 ASAP on this guy, because that is not allowed. Not in my house. Because the sad part is I know some crazy person here is going to see this, and they're going to be like, I'm going to try this. Because unfortunately, we're not all that smart. I wish we were, but we're not. But seriously, really, you doing that is crazy. It is crazy. Don't do that. And kids, don't do drugs. And don't listen to this guy, because he might be on drugs. If you see a video here or here, you should click it and also follow me. I'm trying to get to 10 million subscribers. It's not that hard. Just click the follow button. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.